Mulibwanji. My name is Achaka Nyatando, otherwise known as Pompi, and I'm a praiser. Christian excellence essentially should be the standard for every Christian. Why? Is because the Bible says that in however we serve, in our servings, that we should serve not as unto man, but as unto God. So if you are doing any service towards God, you would want to make sure that it is excellent. So it is not necessarily an option for us. It is part of our identity and part of our heritage. Being part of the RCVMAs is just, I've been excited since day one. I think the RCVMAs are changing the landscape of the gospel industry in Zambia. The RCVMAs are an example of Christian excellence. I personally believe they are the best award shows in the country. I don't say that just to, I've attended all of them for many years, and they were the best awards I've ever attended. And big up to RCV. I'm privileged to be alive in an era when you guys manifested with this vision. It is such an amazing thing to celebrate praisers and worshipers in such an excellent way, because I think the kingdom needs to begin to celebrate its own and celebrate excellence. So I think it is a great move to begin to celebrate each other. We need to learn to celebrate each other in the kingdom, in unity. And to celebrate each other's giftings. Of course, for us musicians and praisers, this is our moment of celebration. So yeah, it's an amazing opportunity for us. The one word that comes to mind is revival. Why? Is because I feel we are in the digital era, and digital evangelism and digital, just occupying the digital space with excellence is very important. And I think the RCVMAs are, besides it being an actual event, I think the digital presence and the impact that the impact ripples in a powerful way. I always believed that Zambia will be one of the gospel capitals of the world. I have mentioned this for many years, and I think this is the beginnings of the manifestations of that vision. The Bible is very clear about the gathering of brethren, and gathering as a community, as Christian. And I think it's also good just for the fellowship. We don't get a lot of opportunities as gospel artists to be in one place at one time. And I think it's an amazing thing to bring us all together with the diversity. What's interesting about the award shows, it also educates us about each other. For example, I wouldn't on a day-to-day, for example, know any gospel artists or encounter gospel artists who are in the Kalindula genre. But the last awards, and obviously this year, we get exposed to these artists and actually begin to appreciate their music. And I'm sure some of them don't know about maybe Pompi's music. So I think it creates that unity because I think it educates everyone about the bird's eye view of what the industry looks like. Number one, I'm going to give glory to God through the excellence of the delivery, because He is deserving of the excellence. And of course, it will be undiluted praise and worship for Him and for what He has done and for who He is. It's very important for gospel artists to always stay on that focus of Christ being on the throne, and for us just directing all the praise to Him, but also not necessarily being afraid of the orthodoxies of delivery. Sometimes we can want to stick within the orthodoxy of what we know as gospel sound, but I think for the new generation of artists, there's different sounds that are coming up, and I'm excited to see God being praised with these new sounds in an undiluted way. I would say that we'll bring what we always bring. We'll bring we'll bring what we always bring. Of course, we will never bring something that's the same. We always like to have fun with sets, because we know, I mean, if you've heard a song like Giant Killer or any other song so many times, you might get sort of very familiar with it. So we try to always change the elements of our music for the live performance. So yeah, that's what we're gonna bring. I work with a team, so we always rehearse and brainstorm on how we can approach the administration in a different way and keep it engaging for people and still honoring and praising God. Yeah, being set apart is essentially the word set apart. I think, if I'm not mistaken, comes from the word kadosh. Kadosh is something holy, something that is unique. I think whether it's spiritual or even in business terms, they would say scarcity increases value. So being set apart, being unique, makes you, a peculiar asset to the kingdom, a peculiar asset to humanity, to this world. You become the salt of the world. So I think, it's very, very important to be set apart, to know that we are not to conform to the culture. We are supposed to be counter-cultural. And we are supposed to be the ones pioneering. I believe that we Christians should be the ones pioneering, whether it's in innovation, because we are the ones with the keys we are connected directly to the Creator. So we have no choice but to be creative and innovative. So that's how I identify myself as a believer. So I believe we are the ones to set the standard. Yeah. What I would tell the fans is that if you want to experience Christian excellence, this is a great opportunity for you to experience Christian excellence, and also for people who are even non-believers. I think this is a great event to explore. I remember when I was an unbeliever, and I sometimes look at things from the time that I wasn't born again. I wish there were events like this at that time, with this level of excellence. I think my salvation may have come a bit quicker. But it's an amazing thing to have such an opportunity. A lot of resource planning, investment goes into this event. I think it is an opportunity to experience something different and something empowering. Yeah.